Good afternoon to all dignitaries, delegates, and participants present in today's afternoon session. I am Gopika Ji, and it's indeed a pleasure for me to welcome you all to the third plenary session of the 3-day International Conference on Gender Studies. Our resource person for today's third plenary session is Dr. Kalsia Hum, Head of the Gender Studies Center, Environment and Population, Faculty of Economics, Maliki University, Indonesia. Thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and for lending your valuable time to share your insights with us. I most cordially welcome you, ma'am, to this session. Dr. Kalsia M. Hum pursued her Master's in Humanities and did her PhD at Padjadjaran University, Unpad, Banda. Currently, she is working as a lecturer in Maliki University. She is also the reviewer of the National Journal of Indonesia, ADPI Indonesia for Social Humanities. She has completed 5 fictions and documentary films from literature subject, which are now in control of IPR Indonesia. She had been the keynote speaker in many international conferences. She is also the founder and chairman of Clinical Journal to assist in publishing articles in international journals, collaborating with various universities in Indonesia. Due to the limited time constraints, I am forced to conclude the most appealing bio of our eminent resource person, though there is much to speak about. Before moving on to the session, I would like to draw the participants' attention to certain ground rules for the smooth functioning of the session. All participants, except the resource person, is humbly requested to keep their audio and video mute to avoid any further disruption. All participants are to post their questions intended for the question answer session in the activity session as the chat box is made unavailable currently. I most humbly welcome Dr. Kalsia ma'am to take over the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for having me. I'm delighted to be here, and I'm very happy. Probably I will sharing all of you about the my topic. Probably this is very benefit for you. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry. My okay. Okay, thank you for the 3-day international virtual gender studies on August 26 to 26 in 1921. Department of English Association with IKAC and UBASL. My topic is strengthening gender equality in women's leadership effect of education. I would like to introduce you. That is, I'm Dr. Kalsia. I'm from Maluku Saleh University, Aceh, Loksmawe, Indonesia. We will focus the strengthening gender equality and why strengthening gender equality in leadership and how the effect of education in women's leadership. Before I tell you about the strengthening gender, I would like to give a little information for the leader because it's correlation with my topic. What is a heart being a leader by John McQuell? It's very benefit for all the position leader, and we have find the 5 position leader. At the first position leader, the most basic level, and then to preferred leader, and the third performance leader, the empower leader, and the leader print leader, and the 5 position to show who we are. And the second position, maybe institution have a very close between the position, but the 3 and 4, 5 leader organization or the political, this is very fits for them because I will discuss the next. This is the family, a portrait for the family, commonly from the people before we know which one the gender and with what we the people to be empowerment. the occasionally happy family, and then work together, and we find something that's very happy. This is currently from the simplicity family. Next, if we talk about the gender equality, it's only, I think that is only 1%. This is for the men 51%, and for the woman 49.9%. It's only 1% because it's I call that is for only gender. Okay. The challenge of gender welfare is measured the gender gap. A surprise, Indonesia in 1920, it's ranked 85. I don't know why. I campaigned, and all the women trying campaign from the gender equality, gender justice, and mainstreaming gender, but we have still ranked 85. Maybe it's not good enough for us to promote our gender. Hope next time probably we will 40. So very happy for the my team is the position high level or the 60 or 50 level. Uh, According the Global Gender Gap Index ranking by Sub-Index 2020, Indonesia have a rank from the economic participation 68 level and education entitlement from 105 and health survival 79 and political empowerment 62 point. That's very, I think that is we have to learn more for all of you. Why we need to strengthening gender equality. The strengthening from the globally to eliminate discrimination for adopting laws and prohibit discrimination, preventing discrimination action, and protecting women from discrimination by non-state actors in individual and organization and company. The strengthening to protect women from discrimination in the civil and political sphere and the economic, social, and cultural sphere, to protection from women against a form of violence and sexual abuse, including human trafficking. To protect from discrimination is overall not only for the woman but also for the children, for the men, and for the aspect. For I said that's global, and to strengthening establishment from of a capacity to protect women against form of domestic and regional violence, ensure full of activity participation and equal opportunities for women to lead at all level of decision making in political, economic, and community lives. Gender equality, which the implies equal opportunity for male and female gender in the terms of the economic participation, equal access to education, health, and political empowerment. So gender equality struggle in the modern society are hampered by stereotypes about men's and women's role and the position of male in dominant society. The struggle in the modern society hampered by stereotypes about the men and women. We look at the first men's role in a public life subordinate women to their authority. If women are subordinate to men, the result is powerlessness for the woman. And he's only the physical object of man exploitation biological. One day, the theory will be upside down probably. This is a simple picture I chose from the device media, but I find some about the gender equality, and we can work together. We can make a team, and we can try to help each other. If we can do like this, probably gender equality is good enough for the high position. Gender equality and gender justice. This is correlation between gender mainstreaming, and we have two gender mainstreaming cycle from defines, plan, check, and act. We can check from the internet access, but gender mainstreaming indicator from the gender equality and justice, a very influence from the economic participation, equal and educational entitlement toward natural resource and SDM, because economic participation and equal educational, it's a chance. We can probably uh, to get searching from the subject from the pack of the career from the institution probably and the political and etc. from. But toward natural resource and human resource, we thought that it's impossible to achievement to the economic and equal education. And correlation between health and survivability is connect with the population and development for our healthy. And next, political empowerment from the police and development programs. How strengthening gender equality influence women's leadership. This is very interesting for our women. Gender equality bring change to women's lives. Women now have the same chance and opportunities to get education, participate in the public sector, organize, have a career, and more. Women leadership has become a lively contemporary issue discussed both theology and sociology. The discussion is often associated with education, and education is fulcrum of the living intellectual ability to achieve a specific purpose, such as establishing leadership. The decade of women leadership since 19 and have rise of women leadership potential. The influence of education development on women leadership can be seen if the mastery of science impact of potential improvement so that women leader will be qualified is accompanied by strengthening intelligence. So in the word now and then, who are the best famous figure in education? If you want to be a leader, we have searching from the best, most famous figure today. Beforehand, maybe we have Albert Einstein, we have Katherine Johnson. Who are the best figure in the woman equality and justice today or what? Maybe from the gender in our prison, you have a categories for the choose one of the best figure one day, because many perspect from the gender equality, the other country, they very good promote from the gender. So my question, who are the best figure in the woman equality and justice today? Probably we can share the next discussion. I give the picture. I don't know who is the figure. And how many women are part of the figure? So it's the question. List a woman figure that I believe influence world the most right now, like it's Linda Darling, Clara, Diane, and Wendy Cobb, and etc. I can remember who else. How to become a good woman leader and what they have aptitude, listening to other and critical input, having relationship with the other, learning the environment, have good insight, never stop learning, look stand out from others, not covering up his mistake. They give appreciation for the achievement others, expel subordinates. A good leader has high emotional intelligence. Good leader not doubtful. How did this woman get the current positions? Several women, this is very a good position. And I look at the woman, a very influence for the people. Forever, he's still alive or not. But they have something we don't have it. But we can learn by them. How did this woman get their positions? The quality that successful women leaders have. Nowadays, women leadership become a public issue that always discussed and have provoked polemic and debates between the pro and cons. Women capacity to be a leader has always been the main thing, questioned by various groups when women's leadership discourse develop in public, especially when they debate and influence education. Several of the qualities successful women leader typical process and which help them realize their leadership. What they have a woman leadership integrity, they have a cultural, they have education, and they have intellectual human research. So if you have that, probably you can show your say that I deserve to be a leader. The principle of women leadership in education: constructive, knowledge, participatory, cooperate, delegate, integrative, rational and objective, pragmatic, exemplary, adaptable and flexible. Who to create a lasting network of women leadership and who is affecting change in education for women leader? Collaboration network. This is very primary sector from the lasting networking from to know that. I know, sorry, uh, may I your name's moderator? Who is your name, please? Uh, I can see you by the media. The access media, this is very uh, easy for the people to know who is partner, who is friend by the collaboration networking, like presentation, probably this today. And then skill motivation. You need skill motivation, you need media and science and technology. This is the private factor. So why the people are very famous. Women's leadership have a good attitude, relationship, hard work, and performance. Why women leadership is related to education progress? Women are part creators that have the potential, need media, nature, train, and develop their potential. The progress of education will ensure the creations and a quality human research human. Women who have high intellectual power are certainly capable of being good leader if the opportunities come from their way. Therefore, the advancement of education is spread of success in navigating the life that has this fall in the world of globalization, especially for the women who have the potential to become a leader. Women equality is not expected to lead by adopting a male competence model, but it's more helpful to think about women as equal but different. What is our planned output? The principle of women leadership in education, we have transformation, we have motivation, and inspirational, exemplary, individual consideration, innovative, so to a leader. A successful strengthening of gender implementation will lead to the transformation of an institution, thus also impacting the organizational culture. To instill gender equality from early age by being gender neutral, in addition to giving equal gesture for women, we all play an essential part, whatever or sign or stand on the organizational level. Gender equality policy can provide a comprehensive contribution and perspective to a problem. If the organization now is only made up of a type of a creator, it will lose the perspective and contribution of other creator. Indonesia language said, nggak ada lo, nggak rame, causing the police to suffer. The focus on the institutional setting means that gender leadership is conceived a strategy pursued a systematic and planned process for organizational learning within an institution to achieve gender equality both internally and especially concerning working result and outcome. The strategic goal of the process to integrate gender equality into regular role, procedure, and practice institutions, plan output recommendation from the institution. We have many progress from 2021. We have several make 7 building unit and construction from the planning original plan from the 2020. But I don't know exactly we can realization or not. But we have from the gender focal point give up a chance like this. So what is takeaway? Gender mainstreaming is therefore understood both a process as well as state. If gender equality as a common goal is eventual mainstream into an institution, gender equality will be integral part of organization objective and daily work routines. Eventually and idealistically, it will not be necessary to put additional effort into implementing gender mainstreaming because gender equality will be become a part of going procedure and will infiltrate the entire organization culture. Gender mainstreaming is therefore a strategy whose ultimate aim to become dispensable. And our closing, a successful strengthening of gender implementation will lead to a transformation of an institution, thus also impacting the organizational culture. To instill gender equality from early age by being gender neutral, in addition to give equal gesture to women, we all play an essential part, whatever our stage. Okay, the future belongs to whose believe in the beauty of their dreams. Thank you. I'm Dr. Kasia. See you the next conference. If you have a question, you can tell me that, or you can chat over here.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us such an insightful session on the role of women in leadership zone. We are much obliged for you for letting us know about the international scenario and where we women stand in the leadership level. The
Thank
question
you.
answer section in the activity box is open for discussion. All are humbly requested to post the questions in the session mentioned, if any.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have one question. May I ask you?
Okay, please.
Ma'am, in many private sectors, even today, women and men are having different wages, though they hold the same position. Even if they are managers or even if they are having many high lead roles, they are having different wages. So how do you look upon this issue and how could we make a change in this scenario?
Uh, would you like, pardon, please, because I can hear what you're saying just now. Okay.
Do I need
The
to
question is, uh,
repeat the
okay.
question?
Yeah, okay, repeat question, please.
Ma'am, in this current world itself, in many
Mm-hmm.
private sectors, women and men are having different wages,
Mm-hmm.
even if they hold the same position. It is increasingly, we could see that in every sectors. So how could we make a change in this? And how do you look upon this issue?
Mm-hmm. Uh, a man and a woman have a same position, but if you want to same the level, the very easier for the woman, you have to the institution. This is very simple for the woman to come to the sector formal, because if you want to impact career on the political empowerment, you come to the formal institutions, because from the other we have to struggle from the politic or the empowerment, but to the same position from the men and the woman, we have a capacity from the institution. So you have to you join to institution that probably this is very easy for all of you, I think that.
Thank you, ma'am. I guess there is some technical glitch over the chat box. We are getting many positive and wonderful
Okay.
feedbacks for your
Okay.
session in
Okay.
private. There is
Okay.
some technical glitch. We are so thankful
Okay.
for you for coming into the session and for giving us such a wonderful insight and for letting us know about the need for strengthening women in the lead roles and for letting us know how we could empower ourselves. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us such a wonderful
Welcome.
session.
Thank you.
And now we are moving on to the eighth technical session. The moderator for the eighth technical session is Teresa Joshi. Over to you, Teresa. Thank you all. Have a delightful day ahead.